Okay, so this is TinyGen. TinyGen is an LLM agent that is able to suggest code changes for you in any GitHub repository of your choice. So, whether it's a feature addition or fixing a bug or just giving you any guidance on how to implement something, TinyGen will be able to assist you. So, I've created two models TinyGen 1.0, which works on small repos and modifies only one file. So, it's good for tasks for modifying one file. And you also have TinyGen 2.0, which works on a repository of any size, almost up to 500 files. And it can modify more than one file. So if you, for example, say, convert this code base to TypeScript from JavaScript, it'll work. So yeah, all you need to do is type in a GitHub URL of the repository of your choice and enter a prompt, and then you will be able to see TinyGen do its magic. Okay, so let's try out a sample project. You can choose from one of these, or you can enter in your own repository if you'd like. For me, I'm going to do this one. Essentially, this is the GitHub repository URL of my portfolio site. This is what it looks like. And this is all of the code. So it's an Angular project. And my goal is, hey, I created this new app, TinyGen, and I want to add this to my project section right here. And I'm feeling kind of lazy, or let's say I forgot the code base. I want to ask TinyGen to do this. So I asked TinyGen, hey, I created a new project. It's called TinyGen. Is it possible to add this project to the portfolio site? And then I explain a bit about TinyGen. And then, yeah, so I choose TinyGen 1.0, and I'll quickly show you what the results look like. So let's hit submit, and TinyGen goes straight to work. So essentially, I'll explain as what's happening. First of all, what it does, it gets the repo URL and it processes all of the repository files, and it stores it in memory using the GitHub API. And then it sends it over to the code conversion chain, which essentially tells GPT-4, hey, find the relevant files for this prompt and make the necessary code changes to address the prompt. So this is kind of what the code conversion chain is doing right now. And I want you to keep in mind that there's three parts to TinyGen 1.0. The code conversion chain, the generate diff chain, which you'll see in just a second, and then the reflection chain, which basically checks the work that TinyGen has does. So yeah, it's basically making the whole JSON to be parsed in the next chain. So we'll just wait for that to happen. Okay, it tells me what has changed. Added a new project to the TinyGen project section, and it's generating the diff now. And yeah, so it's modifying this file. And okay, it's adding this little project. Okay, now it's going to the reflection chain, which is essentially telling TinyGen, hey, check your work to make sure everything works. So it checked the work and voila, that's it. That's the generated diff. Essentially, it tells me I have to add this piece of the code to my repository on this file. So let's see if it got the file correct. So you can see this repo is not small. It's pretty big. It has 93 files. TinyGen was able to process it. So you go to source, app, project section, .ts, and yeah. So right after this, TinyGen tells me to add the project. You can see toss of coin, project section component.ts, project section component.ts. So yeah, it's working. You can try more creative prompts as well. You can choose TinyGen 2.0. You can do convert the calculator app to TypeScript, and it will actually start doing it for you. And it's really cool that it's working. So try out different prompts, try out your own prompts, your own URLs, and yeah, let me know how things are. You can also see the project overview right here. You can interact with the API or the GitHub repo. So thank you for watching. Bye.